Hey everyone, Maestro here, the football enthusiast. Hope you all are well. So, today we are going to be talking about the Premier League relegation battle. You know, this season we've had the title race that's been enticing to watch. We've had a top four race still. Of course, those two things are still ongoing. But the closest battle in the Premier League this season is for sure the relegation battle. It's been up and down for so many different teams, failing to pick up points, and ultimately we're in a position where a number of teams could go down. Now, let's get started. Now, I'm going to start with the teams that I think are fully safe. Teams that maybe you or the media or other people may think that they are in fact in a relegation battle, but in my personal opinion, I think they will be safe. And I'll get started with Crystal Palace. If you don't know the situation with Crystal Palace, they had Patrick Vieira, who I thought was doing very, very well, but when he ran through a short string of games, around 3 to 4 games without a single shot on target, and there was worries. They weren't picking up points, and they dismissed Patrick Vieira and brought in Roy Hodgson. Now, I want to start by saying I disagree with that decision completely. I thought Vieira was a very young and up-and-coming manager, and I thought he did very, very well. And I thought he was treated very, very harshly by Crystal Palace and their board, and I think it was a huge mistake. But credit where it's due, Roy Hodgson has been superb. Ever since he's come in, they've been a much better team, and with 40 points, I think they'll be safe. I don't think they're in the battle. Second, Chelsea. Look, I know we like to banter a bit about how the possibility of Chelsea going into relegation, and I can understand maybe if someone has a serious opinion on them being relegated, because if you don't know, their fixture list is insane. It's extremely difficult. In fact, I would say with all the remaining games, they probably do have the hardest remaining fixtures out of all the teams in the Premiership. But sitting at 39 already, and you'd have to imagine that they'd have to pick up at least a few points. Yes, they're playing some elite teams, but they are also playing, I believe, Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest. 1 or 2 points I think they should pick up. And also, they currently sit at 39. And if you don't know, throughout history, 39 points does not get you relegated. You know, the sweet spot to just make sure that you are safe is, of course, the 40-point mark, the 42-point mark around there. But 39 also does the job. I went back and looked at, the recent history of teams getting relegated, and 39 points does not get you relegated. So, technically, I think even if they wanted to pick up a single point, I still think they'd be safe. But that's mute, because I do think they will pick up a few points and they'll be fine. Bournemouth. Now, I planned this video yesterday, and I was expecting to put them in the relegation battle, but they have a emphatic 4-1 win, I believe, today against Leeds, just recently. So I think with that 39 points, again, they've passed the 36-point mark. I think they'll be fine. Wolves, I think, also will be fine. Yes, they're on 37, and they got smashed by Brighton recently, by the way. I thought that was insane. But I do think they are a good team, and I see them pick themselves up at least 3 more points to assure safety. Now, that's it. That's the teams I don't think. Those are the teams that maybe you guys might think are in a relegation battle or someone else, but I personally think are safe, even though it might look a bit bad, but I do think they are safe. Now, let's move on to the teams I think are in trouble, in potentially danger. Let's start with the one that I can't believe I'm actually saying, West Ham. I never saw this coming at the start of the season. Second, Leeds. Once again, when they first came in, they spent a lot of money now. I thought they'd be a fresh side and had a great first season in the league. I believe they almost broke the record for most points of a team that just got promoted, but now they find themselves in relegation battle, and I think, yeah, they're definitely in the thick of it. Nottingham Forest also in the battle. This one is even crazy. They won the league in 2016, but yes, I do believe Leicester are right in there. And another one that's also I never saw coming in my lifetime. Everton are in a relegation battle. And finally, Southampton. Now, I'm going to start by talking about Southampton right here. So, they're currently sitting at, let's just look right here, 24 points, and they have 4 games to go. I think they're down. I honestly, I don't want to spend much time on it. I think they're gone. Their fixture list isn't crazy hard, although Brighton away, Liverpool home, that's pretty tough. But these 2 games, you could say that's winnable. But even if they were to win these 2 games, I still think that gets them to 30 points. And I think there's no way they're being Brighton, or, I mean, Liverpool maybe, but Southampton are gone. These fixture lists and also what they're currently on now, there's just too much. 24 points, there's just too much to recover from. I think they're gone. That's quick. Let's just move on. West Ham, 34 points on right now. They have yet to play Manchester City away. Let's be real, that's a loss. United at home, that's most likely a loss, but could go either way. Brentford away, Leeds at home, Leicester away. Looking at that fixture list, looking at that team and that manager, I'm going to go ahead and give them my trust. I do believe they'll stay up. They need to really reevaluate next season because they should not be here at all. When they first moved into the Olympic Stadium, you expected them to continue to grow and become something, become a side that is, in and around Europe consistently, and then hopefully progressing more and more from then on. But they've gone backwards. They are in Europe, but it's a Conference League, and they're now in a relegation battle in the Premiership. This is not good enough. I heard they might move on from Moyes. I think Moyes is a good manager, but they do seem a bit stuck. It reminds me of Brendan Rodgers at Leicester. But yeah, I do think West Ham will be safe though. I trust them. I trust their plays, and with the fixtures left, they should be fine. Okay, so let's talk, who else? So West Ham, let's get them out of the way. Southampton, they're out of the way as well. I'm now going to talk about the second team that I think will get relegated. Leeds United. This is a very surprising one, but I'm going to go ahead and say that they're getting relegated because of the remaining fixtures, which are as follows. You can see right here on your screen. City away, Newcastle home, West Ham away, Tottenham home. City away, they're not winning. Newcastle home, they can win, but they're not. Newcastle are on fire right now. West Ham away. West Ham are also fighting relegation, so they're going to be as up for it as Leeds. West Ham are home, and I'm sorry, I just trust them more. Tottenham away. Now, at this point in the season, Tottenham could still be fighting for top 4 or Europe in general. So Tottenham should probably still be up for it. And let's see how the return fixture was for that match. Where's Tottenham? Right? They lost 4-3. That's actually not a bad result. They were down 10 men and it was at their home. But I still think Tottenham will come through. And even if they were to win this game, that would put them at 33 points. Because they're not winning these other 3 games. I don't believe so. West Ham possibly, but I don't think so. And 33 points won't be enough. I think Leeds are going down. Let's get them out of the way. Nottingham Forest. Let's leave them for a bit actually right now. Leicester City. Currently at 29 points. 5 games left. Leicester City, who won the Premiership in 2016, they're in a relegation battle. And you know what? It's crazy, and they need to look themselves in the mirror right now, and because they were on the brink of becoming a very after their Premier League win, they really didn't take advantage of that, and I thought they could maybe break into the top 6 just there for forever, but they did not. The money wasn't there. Other teams improved whilst they kind of went in the opposite direction. It's not their fault as well because they did lose quality players in Mars and Kante, etc. But yeah, I will say though, I think Leicester will fine. Leicester, look, the games left: Everton home, Fulham away, Liverpool home, Newcastle away, West Ham home. Those are tough games. They're not easy, but I trust this experienced side with a good rack of plays. I like their squad, and just with that, I do think that they'll pick up at least 6 to 7 maybe points, and I think that will take them from 29 points to 36, 35, and I think they will just about gradually be safe. Moving on. Everton. I think they'll be safe as well. Once again, Everton should not be in this race, but they're in it. They're in a battle for relegation. I think they'll be safe. I think, look, their fixtures are tough. I understand. You can see right here, Leicester away. That's a tough one because they're fighting relegation too. Brighton away, the most informed team in the league, alongside City, who are in the next game. Wolves away, Bournemouth home. These 2 games should be fine. But here's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and put my trust in Sean Dyche in understanding what is needed to be done to be safe from relegation. And also, their game against Arsenal, remember, at Goodison Park when they won 1-0. That's a team that's fighting. It's fighting for their lives. They've had it rough this whole season, and When Sean Dyche first came in, you'd expect them to have a turnaround, and they did against Arsenal. It looked good at first, but then they kind of fell off again. And recent form, look at this: 4-1, 0-0, 3-1 loss, 2-0 loss. But these aren't easy games. Now the Fulham game, yeah, they probably should have done better there, but I think they'll recover. I think they'll accumulate the points enough to be safe. But also, the reason why I think they'll be safe is because I just have no trust in Nottingham Forest, who I do think will be the third team to be relegated. Their fixtures include Southampton at home, Chelsea away, Arsenal at home, Crystal Palace away. I can see them beating Southampton, definitely. Maybe Chelsea because they're just in terrible form. Not Arsenal and not Crystal Palace. Palace are in great form as well, and Arsenal are just a significantly superior side, and who knows, maybe at that point they still could be in a title race. But yeah, the reason why I think Everton will be safe is because I trust Everton more than I do Nottingham Forest. They are only 2 points ahead, but Everton do have a game in hand. I don't think Nottingham Forest are going to be staying up, and with that is my relegation trio of, once again, Leeds United, Nottingham Forest, and Southampton. Now, 2 of those teams I just mentioned aren't even in the relegation zone right now, but it's been changing all season, and I think by the end of the season it will change once again. And I think Leicester and Everton, who if they both went down, that would be that would be historically insane. I would never have expected that at all. But I think we won't be seeing history. I think we will see Leicester and Everton safe. And unfortunately for Leeds, Nottingham Forest, and Southampton, I think they will go down. The one that I'm most confident about is Southampton. I think they're definitely going down. These two, look, if they were to be safe, I wouldn't be hugely surprised. But look, it's football; anything can happen. And if they have the heart, if they have maybe something that we're not seeing, they can pull it off. But we'll see. And I don't think they will pull it off. But yeah, that's the video, guys. That's my predictions for the relegation battle. Please let me know what you guys think down below. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe for more. I will continue to upload daily. My name is Maestro. Have a great day, and as always, please take care of yourselves.